And welcome back to the Teacher Training video project. In the last video, we discussed how teachers are like actors because they move around the classroom like actors move on a stage. We discussed how teachers use body language and vary their voice in order to be heard. All this said, as I'm sure many of you know, in a language class, your primary job is not that of an actor. In fact, let's be honest. If you are the one doing the majority of speaking in your classroom, you are failing as a teacher. You see, your primary job as a teacher is to help students become actors themselves. And acting out in a language classroom means a student must take an active role in reading, writing, listening, and speaking. In other words, your job is not to be an actor, rather you are a stage manager, or the director of many actors. So in today's lesson, let me give you a few suggestions about how to manage the stage. First of all, notice the teacher in this classroom. It's a very big classroom, but the teacher is moving from table to table, trying to help each student complete a particular project. In other words, this teacher is managing rather than acting. Now let me go over several activities that I use in order to manage the stage. The first activity is called Think, Pair, Square, Share. This I use in order to get students to answer from all over the room. The first thing I do is I give students a question or a series of questions. And then I invite each student to think quietly for 10 to 20 seconds, depending on the question that I've given. Then I invite a student to talk to a fellow classmate. For lower levels, you may wish to arrange partners. After I've invited the students to be in pairs, I put two pairs together to create a small group of 4, which I call a square. Finally, I invite students to share. Share means that they can choose someone in their group of 4, to give an answer to me, the teacher. The student who is chosen can give an answer directly to the teacher, or perhaps write the answer on the board. Another strategy for asking questions involves the use of ABCD cards. ABCD cards can be used for multiple choice questions. For example, if you ask students, what animal makes this sound? After asking the question, you can have students hold up the correct answer using their cards. They can hold up A, B, C, or D. This activity can really help a teacher learn what students think throughout a large class. Similarly, yes/no questions can be created with just colored paper. For example, green for yes and red for no. Have students listen to a question and then invite them to hold up the color they think matches the correct answer. These techniques may be simple, but the truth is that too many teachers spend a lot of time at the front of the classroom and fail to realize that their job is to help students communicate. Thus, they must move all over the classroom and make sure that students stay on task. My last tip is to remember again that you are not supposed to stay on that stage. As the director and manager of the classroom, you should be walking around the groups and the pairs all the time, making sure students are on task and making sure that every group is working. Available for download are the ABCD cards in a Microsoft Word format. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.